Nelson Mandela is reported to have said, if you talk to a man in a language he understands, that goes to his head. If you talk to him in his own language, that goes to his heart. This was a huge aha moment for me as I realized that the transformational power of these teachings rests in their translation. 64,000 is the median number of words per book. Average person reads about 200 words per minute. Simple math will tell us that is one book in 320 minutes. To accomplish this in 7 days, numbers say you would have to read for 45 minutes a day. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that notification button, like, comment, and share. Enjoy. Welcome to the Book of the Week series. Every week as I read another amazing title, I share it with the world. My name is Igor S.F. Walker, and today we look at Destressifying, the real world guide to personal empowerment, lasting fulfillment, and peace of mind by Davidji. So how about you slow down and relax? Reduce all that noise for just a bit. Make that choice and decide to listen. In this video, we look at a book that will allow you to determine the speed at which life comes at you and guide you to deeper fulfillment, greater empowerment, and true peace of mind. Stick around. Till the end, I will share with you some tools I do have and use that will help you tremendously in this game of life. Discover a way to find out what actually motivates you. What innate human need is driving all of your decisions and your behavior. I will share some tools to improve your self-awareness, your social awareness, your self-management, and relationship management. Destressifying. Not a term we often think about, and yet it is essential to our wholeness as individuals. It is our capacity to prepare for, to recover from, and adapt in the face of uncertainty, overwhelm, disappointment, stress, adversity, trauma, or tragedy. We're not simply talking about bouncing back after we face the challenge, but rather mastering our perception of the moment, cultivating our natural ability to seize that moment, to express our best version of ourselves in the face of demanding, difficult, and taxing situations. In that process, we self-actualize, we grow and we thrive. You don't need to be living life on the edge to de-stressify. You simply need to be human, to have the desire to express yourself at the highest level. Now, stress is how we respond when our needs are not met. Human beings experience this phenomena 8 to 15 times a day, and assuming our typical 8-hour sleep, that's an unmet need every 1 to 2 hours. But it is what we do with it, how we respond to our unmet needs, the way we think, the words we speak, and how we react to each other and our unmet needs. That determines the fabric of our life. Stress is universal because our needs are universal. There are 5 keys to living a de-stressifying life. Mastering your awareness, mastering your needs, mastering your emotions, mastering your communication, and mastering your purpose in life. Remember, stress can help us focus, identify our needs that are not being met, enhance our performance, improve our memory, and manage a crisis more effectively. Stress can also push us over the deep end, filling us with anxiety, with sadness, with overwhelm, testing our relationships, constricting our emotions, distracting us, and confusing us. This is called the stress paradox. So what is de-stressifying? Destressifying is our ability to easily adapt to stressful situations and to adversity without experiencing the physical and the emotional negative repercussions of stress. Destressifying occurs on many levels. On physical, destressifying is reflected in our physical health, in our conditioning, in our diet, our exercise, hygiene, sleep patterns, and our body's flexibility, balance, endurance, and strength. Emotional destressifying is reflected in our ability to self-regulate our emotions, our reactions to the world around us, to temper our highs and lows, to cultivate our emotional intelligence, to elevate our ratio to positive of negative emotions, to muster our courage, to heal our heart, and deconstruct our conditioned knee-jerk responses. Mental destressifying is reflected in our resilience, our thoughts, our perseverance, our attention span, our ability to stay focused, our mental flexibility, finding new creative solutions to problems, and our level of optimism. Relationship destressifying is reflected in enhancing the quality of our relationships, winding down those that do not serve us, and redirecting our attention to those that are nourishing. Finally, spiritual destressifying is reflected in our core values, our intuition, our awareness of something bigger than the self, our purpose, our acceptance of differing values and beliefs, our self-actualization, which includes being of service to others. Stress is how you respond when your needs are not met. All animals have a stress response, and it can be life-saving, but repetitive or consistent stress can cause both physical and mental harm. See, there are 5 basic types of stress. The good stress, known as eustress, occurs when we interpret stress as life-enhancing rather than life-debilitating. Routine stress, the pressures we experience every day at home, at work, at meals, and in between, from our restless sleep to our morning rituals and routines, to whatever regularly fills our day till dinner time, through winding down and then back into bed to repeat it all tomorrow. Acute short-term stress, an experience that delivers an unfavorable surprise that requires a quick response, such as getting a flat tire, spilling coffee on a new shirt, or missing our connection at the airport. But it can also be triggered by one of life's major challenges, such as when we lose something dear to us, a job, a loved one, marriage, our youth, important relationship, or even our health upon receiving a negative medical diagnosis. Chronic long-term stress, the type of stress that seems relentless, never-ending, unavoidable. This includes the longer-term realities of and attempts at coping with the life challenges of loss, death, career, love, that I actually mentioned previously. And finally, traumatic stress, result of an accident, assault, attack, a devastating event that embeds itself so deeply within that even after the threat has subsided, the psychological pain and the emotional damage continues to live on with us. There really is something called good stress. Good stress is the thrill that we experience when we do feel excited, but not really threatened. Taking on a challenge that is a bit beyond our reach, but it is attainable. If we give it our all, in a classic eustress scenario, the goal is in sight. To achieve it, it requires a commitment of time, of energy, of will. And in the process, we dig deep to summon perseverance, the courage, determination, or motivation, that in these core moments of deep immersion into the experience, we are fully present in the task or in the mission. Often described as being in the zone, the eustress experience creates a scenario where we have no more sense of time. In those moments of what modern science refers to as flow, we've become the fusion of focus, of chemical rushes, of feelings of accomplishment. There are so many archetypal superstars we have admired and drawn inspiration from over the course of our life, who have publicly exhibited the state of flow in the very extreme. Now, these are the three key aspects of eustress. We interpret the stressor as a positive experience. This is critical. We then consider it a worthy endeavor. And we believe the activity will increase our skill level. Now, after experiencing a traumatic event, people also report three ways in which the psychological functioning increases. Relationships are enhanced in some way. Example, people describe that they come to value their friends and family. They feel an increased sense of compassion for others, longing for more intimate relationships. This is what happens. Then people change their views of themselves. For example, developing wisdom, personal strength, gratitude, perhaps coupled with the greater acceptance of their vulnerabilities and their limitations. And also, people describe changes in their life philosophy. For example, finding a fresh appreciation for each new day, reevaluating their understanding of what really matters in their life, becoming less materialistic, more able to live in the present. See, using the proper destressifying tools, we can shift our perception of the moment. We can transform bad stress into good stress. There are 6 stages of stress. Stress follows a very clear path to disease, and it moves in 6 stages. Stage 1, accumulation. Stress causes toxins produced by improper digestion to collect in the GI tract, the gastrointestinal tract. The presence of these toxins causes mild and ill-defined symptoms to show. Stage 2, aggravation. The accumulated stress toxins, they amass at such a degree that they begin to be excited by our behavior, the food we ingest, our behavior. We may have a twinge here and there, but we're still unaware of the cause. Stage 3, spread. The aggravated, accumulated toxins start overflowing. Generally, up to this stage, the damage is entirely reversible and restorable through a daily de-stressifying practice. Stage 4, augmentation. The overflowing toxins, they begin to migrate, leading to tissue malfunction, to structural damage, as specific degeneration and sensitivities to more serious infections actually do begin. Stage 5, symptom. Manifestation-specific symptoms. They begin to appear. They can now be identified, and they can actually be diagnosed by conventional medical science or a physician. Finally, stage 6, complications, differentiation. After years or even decades, stress reaches its final stage of physical manifestation, becoming chronic and ultimately revealing the clear nature of the disease. Then we get officially diagnosed with a physical ailment. Dis-ease has become disease. The ego response has a whole spectrum of fight or flight reactions woven into its emotional expressions. The fight version of the ego response, it actually may manifest as reactive, angry, argumentative, aggressive, abrasive behavior. The flight version of the ego response can be expressed by emotionally closing down, by biting your tongue, by throwing your hands up, by shutting someone out, or simply withdrawing, refusing to converse with another person or giving them only terse replies. See, there's no need to scorch the village. Actually reach for soda. When you find yourself emotionally constricted in any way, you notice your emotional tell. Think soda, stop, observe, detach, awaken, soda. Those who practice Destressifying have been scientifically proven to respond to the world differently. Destressifiers are calmer, less reactive, less angry, more reflective, more fully present, more creative, more articulate, more intuitive, more efficient, more patient, more productive, more happier, more fulfilled, ultimately more self-actualized. These stressifiers have highly sharpened coping practices that they use in stressful scenarios. Regardless of what's happening in their environment, they moderate their stress levels, keeping them low, which guarantees that the response is short-lived and the impact is negligible. Destressifying shifts the way you view, interpret, and think about stressors before and after the fact. It's a way of seeing the world with new eyes, expanding your perspective, shifting every fiber of your being until you are evolved to a state of self-actualization where your needs are more consistently met, where your environment supports you, where your potential is actualized, where you are calm amidst everyone else's chaos. There are 4 ways to proceed with the relationship. Birth it. Start new, start fresh. As we were born, whole, perfect, pure, unconditioned, there are infinite possibilities. Do not box yourself in. Repair it. Ask first, do I want to keep this damaged or wounded relationship alive? If the answer is yes, then release the past. Commit to soothing the wounds. Let go of grievances and forgive, forgive, forgive. Forgive yourself, forgive them, make peace. If you've tried and it cannot be repaired, then shift it. So number 3, shift it. Relationships evolve over time. If the dynamic is moved in another direction, maybe you're taking a platonic relationship to another level. Or you have a work relationship with a friend. Or you were too close, you need to step back. Whatever the reason, the old way does not work in the current environment, and you still want to be connected at a higher or lower level. And finally, number 4, end it. It's time to cut the cord. Say goodbye. And every day release one more piece of that relationship. Truly let it go if it does not serve you. Then there's the realm of your connection to something beyond you, much bigger than you, your connection to the divine creator, God, Spirit, the Holy Ghost, the universe, Jesus, Source, Buddha, Vishnu, Allah, or whomever you determine is your higher power. The spiritual realm contains your deepest beliefs, your core values, your interpretations regarding why you are here and what you are here to do. It includes your religious or your spiritual practices, your underlying belief system, your purpose or your meaning in life. Spirituality is simply the journey we each take from our current version of ourselves to our most divine version, our most self-actualized version, where we actually touch perfection, we glimpse clarity, we bask in brilliance, and we receive deep insight. If we do nothing, we will get more of the same. If we make more conscious choices, we can shift the trajectory that was once put in place. It all starts with the fractal moment. Sweep. Sweep stands for self-assess, witness, examine, empathize, practice humility. Remember that when you are calm and relaxed, you have a much better handle on your own emotions than when you are agitated, anxious, or stressed. Imagine how blind some people are to their own and others' emotions when they are living in states of chronic stress. Think back to your last stressful moment. Do you remember how oblivious you were to your own emotions at the time? As you start to feel the physical signs that stress is taking over, identify where in your body the constriction is located, then take action. Immediately start reaching for soda. Remember soda. Stop, observe, detach, awaken. This will introduce a quick pattern break, pattern interrupt that will allow you to reset the energy of the situation. Practice a quick 16 seconds breath. Breathe in 4, hold 4, breathe out 4, and hold 4, and repeat. Literally, in less than a minute, you will have recalibrated the intensity of the moment and regulated your emotions by becoming present, calm, emotionally aware, and then re-engaged, just with less stress. Remember that in stressful situations, we often forget to breathe. So practice quiet, continuous breathing. Listening is the cornerstone of conscious communication. When we listen, we can hear nuances, we can detect emotions, we can uncover deeper meaning. We also connect on a deeper level with the person speaking, and they feel heard. See, somewhere along the way, the more macho aspect of our society send a message that displaying vulnerability is a sign of weakness or cowardice. And this couldn't be further from the truth. And the most recent research has actually revealed that vulnerable leaders are respected more, appreciated more for their humanness, followed more loyally. They're more authentic, they're more likely to be self-actualized, they are received as being more honest and even liked more. The true ability they have is courage. And there you have it. Destressifying. Now please do help out. You will help out because it's easy. You'll simply like this video so more people can enjoy it. You will share it. You will spread the word. You will actually leave a comment and you will share your thoughts. Subscribe to my channel and you will stay up to date. And the link to this book is in the description below, so you will buy it. You will read and you will never stop learning, especially learning about yourself and nature. So you will gift yourself by taking the free human needs test on my website, and you will find out what actually motivates you. What innate human need is driving all of your decisions and your behavior. And because you do feel you are ready to improve your self-awareness, your social awareness, your self-management, and your relationship management even further, you will check out my Master of Life Awareness program. The links, well, they're in the description below. Thank you. Love and respect.